Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Kiska brand Bajega. Today on the show, we have somebody who's got a very unexpected brand journey. In his 6-year career, he's been on the Forbes India Celebrity 100 list repeatedly. From aspiring to be an IAS officer to studying mathematics and then dropping out to pursue civil engineering and finally ending up becoming the rap god of Indian music industry. This is no ordinary journey. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Aditya Prateek Singh Sisodia, or as you may better know him as Badshah. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
Great. Please have a seat. I feel so overdressed, but so very cool.
Yeah.
From one Aditya to another Aditya, hello.
Yeah.
So Aditya Prateek Singh Sisodia to Badshah. Tell us a little bit about that. How did that come about?
I think Badshah is just like a personality. It's like a part of the whole Aditya Prateek Singh Sisodia. In the beginning, it was a part, but now I think Aditya, and like I always say, Aditya is an employee of the brand Badshah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. What does that mean? Can you elaborate on that?
So whatever I do is like, it has to, it is some way or the other centered around brand Badshah.
Now let's start from your journey, right? You started writing rap in an engineering college, right? You started writing music when you were an engineering student.
Way before that. I started scribbling things when I was in school. I actually started writing to vent out.
Okay.
Because I didn't used to speak a lot when I was in school.
Okay.
And there was a teacher, particularly my maths teacher, who still is there. And so it was basically a rap about him.
Do you remember that rap?
It was no, I don't. I don't know. But the whole school remembers that.
Okay.
Apparently, but it was a lunch break, and I just recited them, and it trickled down to the rest of the school, and gradually, so writing was always a process that I was dabbling with, and. I had background se kab foreground mein aaya, pata hi nahi chala.
Badshah, in a past interview, you've mentioned that you're working extremely hard to take your music to an international level with brands like BTS who are global sensations today. Do you feel it's about time that an Indian artist export becomes the next big thing in global music? How do you think that this feat can be achieved?
See, as an artist, I think it's only natural. And now it's become crucial to evolve.
Right.
Whether it's your sound, whether it's your presentation, or whether it's your representation, you have to constantly evolve.
Right.
Because ours is a sort of an industry where if you're not moving forward, or if you're not evolving, even if you're at a point A for like a long...
You'll become stagnant.
You're going backwards.
Okay.
There's no stagnancy. I mean, you're going backwards because the rest of the industry is always moving forward.
Okay.
So relatively, you're going backwards. B, I think now is the time when musicians from the Indian pop diaspora, they need to explore the world. And the whole world has eyes on us right now.
Right.
And I think it's only right for me or, my peers to just go out there and, take risks and create a new sound and put India on the map. So this is where I idolize people like Virat Kohli. Like, he's like a world-class athlete right now.
Right.
Even Priyanka Chopra, I mean, she's hustled her way into the mainstream. And when I say into the mainstream, I am in no way saying that we need a sort of validation from the West. But it's just that, I think we deserve more exposure. I mean, musicians play a great, huge role when it comes to representing your country.
Right.
And my only aim is to represent my country and not in a way like Danny Boyle did it in Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
We're much more than that.
Sure.
So that is something that I really want to do consciously. But other than that, it's all about creating quality music.
There are two terminologies when it comes to marketing. First one is brand identity and the second one is brand image. Identity is what the strategist wants the brand to be, and image is what the consumers actually perceive that brand to be. So we've gone out to your fans and asked them a few questions about what they perceive about Badshah. But before we show you those answers, we're going to actually ask you those questions and let's see how close is identity and image. So the first one, what product category should Badshah endorse more?
Shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah.
Okay. Right? Let's have a look.
Clothes, like something with clothing.
Clothes, accessories, shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Badshah should endorse shoes. He should endorse jacket, I guess.
Sunglasses.
Jackets.
He is amazing with shoes, so shoes or sneakers.
I think so. Perfume.
मोटरसाइकिल बिकॉज बादशाह के पर्सनालिटी पे मोटरसाइकिल बहुत अच्छा सूट करेगा.
I think it should be Amul Butter because Badshah ke lyrics are like Maska way.
That was cool. That was cool. A lot of them were right. And you were also bang on. Shoes and accessories.
Amul butter is something we should look at. It's not because of the lyrics, it's because of the size.
So the next one, which song comes into someone's mind when you utter the word Badshah?
I think DJ Wale Babu.
DJ Wale Babu? Okay, let's have a look.
Kala Chashma. Saturday.
ये लड़की पागल है.
मैं जो सुनता हूँ वो है डीजे वाले बाबू.
DJ वाले बाबू.
DJ Wale Babu.
DJ वाले बाबू मेरा गाना चला दे. DJ वाले बाबू मेरा गाना चला दे.
Ah, you're right. You're right. You're pretty close. You know your fans well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them just call me DJ Wale Babu. Yeah. There's a very interesting story. I was traveling with Neha Dhupia.
Right.
She's a great friend of mine. And there was this fan who came up to me and he was like, hey, DJ Wale Babu, can I get a picture? I was like, yeah, but my name is Badshah. So I was discussing it with Neha. I was like, man, you know, matlab mera naam hi DJ Wale Babu pad gaya. Kehti, that's good. That's better than Julie.
The last one.
Yeah.
If Badshah was to be given a tagline, what would that be?
Teda hai par mera hai.
Okay, have a look.
Hip hopper.
Hip hopper and tip topper.
Swag का राजा.
Hip hop Badshah.
बदमाश बादशाह.
Rapper Baba.
Rapper वाले बाबू.
Babu, please say mercy on me.
Okay, cool ones.
Quite far.
Quite far, but
Quite far.
good, cool ones. Badshah, you're a jack of all trades. A music director, a producer, a songwriter.
Yeah.
Right? And last month, we also saw you venture into acting with Khandani Shafakana. Was acting a conscious decision that you took to enhance your brand equity?
No, I mean, acting happened by chance. I never wanted to be an actor until I was pushed into it.
Okay, why is that?
Because I don't think I can act.
Okay.
So Karan offered me my first 2 roles, which did not happen because of some or the other reason. But then, you know, I had to do this film because Sonakshi is a great friend, and I found this role pretty interesting. But becoming an actor was never a conscious decision.
Right.
I got great reviews, and so I'm thinking of acting now more. But you know, I like the script sense of Ayushman. I'd love to do such roles. Like, I don't see myself as a hero, like a conventional hero, bashing people and doing stuff like that. So something which is off the league.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now coming to your brand journey, been a favorite with brands. From composing, singing, and even featuring in their campaigns, you've done it all. Content marketing is the mantra. So let us discuss your journey behind the composition of some of the most memorable brands that you've been a part of. Let's start with the Mahindra XUV Set the Roads on Fire and the Yamaha Razor Mera Swag. What was the thought process behind those campaigns?
First of all, both these brands were like really great. They were really great to work with. The teams were amazing to work with because there was a brief, but then they were like, you know, you do your thing.
Okay.
And that's the best brief where you, like, of course, I had to, you know, it had to be centered around a bike in the case of Razor Mera Swag, and in the case of XUV 300, it had to be centered around their car, which is amazing. But then, you know, there are some brands, they're very difficult to work with.
Okay.
You know, the briefs are, you do your thing, but then there are like 100 more things.
Right.
So how do I do my thing? So that's a very tricky surface where you have to be able to
So you're
function.
saying the best out of Badshah would come in when you actually let him do his own stuff.
Of course. I mean, I realize my responsibility, and, you know, I mean, you've come to me because you like my sound, you like my product, and then you come to me and you tell me how to make my product. Is me going to Mahindra and telling them how to make a car? So it's a bit off.
Understood. Okay.
But my strategy while creating songs for them were See, it has to be very subtle.
Right.
You can't force things into the consumer's face anymore.
Yeah, so that's the way you look at it.
That's the way.
Great music, but brand will fit in perfectly with the music.
Yeah, and it has to be organic. Like
Absolutely.
For a company like Yama, I think it's very organic for them to come to me because I cater to youth, they cater to the youth, so it's all very organic.
Sure. Okay. And now, apart from one seeing you as a music composer, one sees you as a model. We've just seen the Oppo ad with you being featured with Ranbir and Katrina.
Yeah.
So how is that happening now?
I don't know. I have no idea. But it was amazing to share screen with the best people. Ranbir, of course, and Katrina.
Your following on social media, Badshah, is immense. Taking into consideration Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, you have a cumulative reach of about 14 million. Could you take us through the planning and the type of content that you post on these different platforms? My question also to you is how involved are you with this entire process?
I think I am the most active on Instagram right now. I'm trying to be more active on TikTok.
Okay.
As we speak, because I love that platform.
You love TikTok?
I love TikTok because people love it.
Okay.
So, I love it because of the fact that it's so easy to use and you know it's got great content happening. To be honest with you, I still haven't been able to crack social media like Neha or like Diljit probably.
Right.
Because I'm a very reserved person.
So one thing, how do you react to trolls on social media? Do you have time to read them, react them, or you don't just care?
I do.
You do?
I read a lot of.
Do they impact you?
In a positive way.
In a positive way.
They do.
Right.
They do. But sometimes they get personal.
Okay.
And that's the point of time when I get personal.
Okay.
And they have it from me.
Okay.
It's simple.
But do you feel like reacting to them or you just ignore them?
Of course, I'm a Delhi ka ladka. I can't like.
It's time now, Badshah, for our segment Internet Ask Badshah, where we'll ask you a few questions that the fans are posing to you. So let's see what they are curious about. So shall we have a look at them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's look at the first one. Badshah becomes the first Indian to give 400 million views songs to 3 different labels, T-Series, Soni Music and Z Music. And the first Indian to give 500 million views songs. And the question is, Badshah, before composing any new song, मैं आज रात तुझे star बना दूं.
That's very kind. But I think that's pretty old. I think Neha has killed the views game. Someone just told me she's got 5 songs that are beyond 500 million views.
Right. Okay. Let's look at the next one. This is a quote of yours, an article of yours, and that's the question is, are you feeling the heat?
I don't find anything special about him. I was misquoted. Basically, what I meant was, Eminem, of course, is one of the greatest ever storytellers. Of course, he is the best rapper. For me, he's the best rapper out there. But what I meant was, I don't relate to his music because he's gone through different things. I've gone through different things. He wants to kill his mother in one of his songs.
Oh, really?
He feels like that, you know. He's got a different idea of things around him. I don't feel the same way. So that's why I said I don't relate to his music.
That's Badshah, very candid in giving a clarification. The next one. Kahin kebab mein haddi to nahi ban gaya is ad mein.
I was actually. Even I was wondering what am I doing, like, you know. But yeah, he's true, Harsh.
How is that composing for Pepsi? Which this did very well. Again, very few brand anthems do as well as
yeah. It was amazing. You know, the association with Pepsi has been great.
Right.
And again, like, you know, so it helps when the brand is a fan.
Right.
You don't have to hard sell your stuff to them. So I made a song, I sent it to them, and they were like, oh, this is great. And, you know, I somewhere got the idea what they wanted, and I cracked that in the first song itself.
Right.
And that is why, you know, they were really confident about the song. So that is why they put all their muscle behind the song.
Was that a brief or that's something that you cracked? Because currently their positioning is all about swag.
That was their brief, Har Good Mein Swag. That is how they are positioning their brand right now. But I had my views about it, but then I was like, you know, it's cool. But, you know, they had their research done, they had their numbers in place. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead with this.
So very interesting. You spoke about brands doing research and numbers. When you compose music, do you lend on to research or numbers?
No.
You don't?
No, it is very organic.
Very, very organic.
Very organic. The only time we look at numbers and stats is when we promote a song.
Okay.
And, you know, all these streaming platforms, they give you access to a lot of amazing data. For example, Pagal, 35% of its consumption happened in Latin countries.
Wow.
So that was quite
Very interesting. Very interesting. Fact. Yeah.
And, a lot of collaboration offers are coming from Latin music. So that was amazing. And of course, there was a song called She Move It Like, which is huge in Turkey, in the whole Middle East, Morocco, Turkey. And so, while promoting songs, we do look at those numbers. But while creating songs, you don't.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rakesh Jain wants to know, when will you collaborate again with Honey Singh?
I don't know. I mean, maybe never. Because I think our ideologies are quite different.
Okay. So sorry to disappoint you, Rakesh, but Badshah is not going to probably be seen with Honey Singh again, right?
Yeah.
And he has his reasons for that.
Yeah.
Right. Many celebrities these days are diverging and getting into multiple businesses. It has almost become a norm. You too have multiple businesses. Is this just something that you're interested in, or is it to diversify your portfolio as a brand and leveraging your position in the market? Also, apart from the fashion brand Batfit and a restaurant brand Dragonfly, are there any other sectors in this that you want to venture in the near future?
It's an organic extension. It's something that I would want to do. It's not out of the sake of expansion. Like, of course, Batfit, because I'm a huge fan of streetwear. I don't think India has a legit streetwear brand right now, which comes at a cost which is affordable to the Indian consumer and specifically my fan base. Dragonfly, because I am a sort of guy who does not like going out. So I was discussing it with my friend Priyanshi, who happens to be a hotelier and a restaurant. We need to make a place for people like me who don't like going out, because so Dragonfly is like a place where you go and you create your own vibe. If you want to chill, you chill. If you want to go crazy, you go crazy. But then you get great food. Always.
What shall we move to the next one, which is a fun game that we play with all our celebrities. It's called Brand Googly. You will have to read the fashion brand name, which will be in Devanagari script, and guess the correct logo of the brand from the options shown on the screen.
Okay.
Right? So do we begin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The first one.
It's Burberry. B.
Burberry. Yeah.
B.
And it's B. And let's see, Burberry and Bria. That was pretty easy.
Yeah. A was Ralph Lauren. B was Polo.
The next one.
It's actually Hermes.
Right.
Hermes. It's D.
D. Let's see. And you're right. Not at all tricky for you.
No, C. I was confused with the C.
You're confused between C and D. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Okay.
C. Fendi.
Fendi. Okay. And bang on. The next one. Yeah.
It's A. Abercrombie and Fitch.
A. Okay. Perfect. Pronounced it really well.
That's
and
Badshah.
that was, So actually, perfect. So you actually got most of them right.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's your love for fashion? Now, was that something also which was organic and inherent with you, or is it something that you cultivated as you became a star?
I was always in love with clothes.
Right.
There's a term called victim, fashion victim. I think I'm a fashion victim. But then again, I've got my own style. Like for example, there's a brand called Thom Browne, which is, or like a Tom Ford, who make great suits. But I'm not a suit guy. I'm like a bomber jacket or a zipper sort of a guy. So I am into those brands. So I've got my own style, but then again, I love different brands. I just love sporting brands, and so I am quite into fashion.
Okay, Badshah, the next game is a fun game called the Brand Rebus. So there are going to be some very interesting picture puzzles, and all you have to do is guess the brand name or the tagline. As simple as that.
Okay.
And I'm sure you'll ace this one as well.
I hope so.
Okay, so the first one.
It's Polo, mint with a hole.
Perfect. And let's have a look at the next one. It's very simple.
Hindustan ka dil, is it Dil hai Hindustani?
Okay, so this is
Madhya Pradesh.
Desh Ki Dhadkan.
Oh, this I could.
Desh Ki Dhadkan. Which one? Can you guess the brand?
Hero Honda?
Yeah, absolutely. Hero now.
Yeah, Hero.
Yeah. Okay,
Hero.
the next one.
Kingfisher, King of Good Times.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Simple one.
Yeah. दाग अच्छे हैं.
Brand?
Surf?
Excel, and you're absolutely
Excel,
right.
yeah.
Surf Excel. Yes. Little tricky, yeah?
घर. Nah, I don't know. बात घर की बात.
हर घर कुछ कहता है.
हर घर
Remember?
कुछ कहता है.
Any brand that comes to your mind?
No.
Okay, so हर घर कुछ कहता है was Asian Paints.
Oh wow. Sorry guys.
Right? Okay. The next one?
Unzip happiness? Unbottle happiness.
Open happiness.
Open happiness.
Brand? Okay, clue. Okay, आपका competition.
No.
Okay, so Coke.
Coke. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Open
And
happiness. पहले इस्तेमाल करें फिर विश्वास करें.
बिल्कुल. कौन सा brand है?
घड़ी detergent.
अरे bang on. So this was the brand buzz. Quite cool.
Okay.
So Badshah's score at brand buzz was. Badshah, we have a little surprise for you. We have a few kids here from Josh Foundation, a foundation that is focused on supporting hearing impaired children. You'll be surprised to know that in spite of having over 90% hearing loss, they're able to lead a very normal life with the help of digital hearing aid and speech therapy, wherein they can communicate without the need for any sign language. And they've prepared a little something just for you. So let's have a look.
Please.
Washing powder nirma, washing powder nirma, दूध सी सफेदी निर्मा से आए, रंगीन कपड़ा भी खिल खिल जाए, सबकी पसंद निर्मा, चाय के लिए जैसे टोस्ट होता है, वैसे हर एक प्रेम जरूर होता है, जब घर की रौनक बढ़ानी हो, दीवारों को भी चमकाना हो, नेरोलैक, नेरोलैक। नमस्ते।
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
We want to give a lot of love to you. And we
Awesome.
want to tell the whole world that they can do everything. They can speak the way normal children can speak.
Of course.
So give them a chance.
Of course. I don't even need to tell you. I mean, I think they're better than me, man. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. My last question to you is, would we also see you doing more films or focus solely on music?
I'm very sure it's going to be music. And I just want to take it to the other side of the globe. That's the focus right now. Let's just have some fun and just dominate the world.
Right. It's been an amazing conversation with you today. We're at the end of our episode. You've got the entire nation grooving to your tunes and have influenced an entire generation with your music, style, and your Vakra swag. Thank you very much for being with us here today.
Thank you.
And be the way you are. Ladies and gentlemen, Badshah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It was very insightful for me as well.
True.
I got to find out a lot of things about myself. But thank you so much for hosting me.
Our pleasure. Kiska brand Bajega gives you a chance to visit our studios and interact with India's biggest celebrity brands live by answering a simple question. Which two actors joined Badshah in the recent Oppo commercial? A. Ranveer and Deepika, B. Ranveer and Katrina, C. Ranveer and Deepika, and D. Ranveer and Katrina. Send your answers to us by commenting on our Instagram post and following our page at Kiska_brand_Bajega. I'll see you again on Kiska Brand Bajega, where we'll continue to uncover some of the most interesting stories behind some of India's most successful brands. Until then, this is Aditya Bhatt signing off. Happy branding. On our show today, we have three extremely talented artists who are amongst the most critically acclaimed Indian musicians and together form one of the most iconic contemporary music trios of the recent times.
Sometimes you might view a song from a particular perspective.
Sure.
And they might walk in and say, I don't think that's the right take on it. So sometimes there's a bit of a tussle as far as that side is concerned.
So who wins?
ये पुराना गाना है इसको लेके इसमें डालो. I don't think anybody would even come and tell us because they know that the answer is going to be a no.